So that was a good play by you. And I think we head back and try something mid. This worked out, but I ended up dying for it. You came in real nicely. Took free hits. Let's go back 15 seconds. So you jumped in there real well. You backed off a little later than you should have, but it was fine.
You got that third good.
Yeah, that's what matters. You poked out Azrael. Let's see here. Jax got crazy, and then we jumped on him. Let's see. You didn't have your Vayne ulti here, so you guys were a little. Well, you did good stuff. That was good. Fought you. That was. Akali shouldn't have been that close. Alright, I think you guys just back off, or what happens here? Yeah, you guys just back off. Alright. Alright, we started a good fight here. Let me back this up. Okay. So I saw Kog'Maw was there, and I tried going towards him, but then Vayne got caught. That was a really good Leona ulti you did. And Vayne tried hitting me back. And what these guys are doing right here is they're getting greedy. They want to kill me to get kills. But they shouldn't be focusing me. They should be focusing Vayne or Kali or something. But instead of focusing me because I'm low. Then you had a good E. That was good. And then Kog'Maw's still focusing me. But that led to Vayne getting the kill, and that was really good. I think Akali dies? No, she lives. Okay, that's good. Come over here. Ran out of minions because Graves went over there and queued him. But then you guys decide to go and dive, which is, this is a safe dive. Get that kill. I would have probably backed out after here, but Jax got crazy, jumped on him. I mean, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. You guys, it worked out. You guys got the turret, and I believe you guys got the inhibitor. And I think Vayne jumps up and starts attacking you guys. It just happens. So. Let's see what happens here. Alright, you jump on here to turn. That was good. You guys get a good kill. Alties. Good flash. Yeah, I would have. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't have done that. They would have just died right afterwards. I mean, it looks like it could have been a fight that you could have turned if you'd done it like perfectly, got a good E on the wall or something. But it was a little too risky. I would have just backed off like you did, and just wait till I come, and then we could set something up here. I saw the turret was low, so I just war jumped over there, got the turret. Free kill, and then I think this is the end of the game right here. Yeah, I think. No, maybe not yet. I tried jumping on Ezreal. Yeah, we got like a few minutes left. I don't know what I was doing there. But I lived. That's what really counts. Yeah, Jax doesn't really care about anything. He just he just runs in there. Yeah. Let's pause this real quick. I forgot what fight this. Oh yeah, this is right. Completely thought I was gonna do a lot more damage, but I didn't. See what happened there real quick. Okay, so you guys. Yeah, I would have backed off a little bit. So it doesn't really matter. He got Varus. I think. Yeah. So I would have probably just backed off, but I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal. Dragon's up now. Baron's got a minute left. So yeah, as you can see real quick, I'm not sure if you found out how to put timestamps on, because I'm not sure where it was, but this is what timestamps can do. As you can see, it says 29:06 Lee Sin has slain the Baron Nashor, so I got a time where I can just put 6 minutes in front of that, or 7 minutes in front of that, and just roll off of that. That's a good thing to have. Baron at this point should always be warded, or have time, like have the timer ready, have it set up. We didn't really do that this game because we were just so far ahead and it didn't really matter much. But in the future, I think this, yeah, I think they just surrendered here, so it didn't really matter. But overall, it was a pretty good game. Positioning was pretty good for most fights. I'd be careful about the tumble. Yeah, how much time is it? Okay, so that was about a little over an hour, but we'll talk about the slideshow real quick. Let me quickly bring up my OBS to here. Let me see if there's a way that I can just... Sorry, one sec. Okay. Okay. So actually I'm just gonna zoom into it this way. So we're gonna go through support first. Not sure. Okay, cool. So first off, talk about the support's job. It's the crowd control. It's to ward the map, peel for the carries, initiate fights. This all depends. Leona, it's more initiating. Something like Zyra or Janna might be a little bit more peel. Zyra might be initiate too. Warding the map is always the big deal. Crowd control is always a big deal. Usually assassins or AD carries. You wanna CC the people that are either on your AD carry or just in general. Like if it's Ed's going in or something, CCing him. Kind of depends. Bush control is extremely important. Especially against if these supports are on the enemy team, you really want to have that bush warded. Otherwise, they're going to deny, keep you from farming at all. So those are especially the supports that you want to watch out for. If you don't have any wards in the bush, those will just tear you apart. Zyra's on there too. I just forgot to put that on there. For pink wards, make sure. If you see that they place a pink and you have a pink, either have your AD carry in sync with you that you're going to go for a ward, or have a jungler come down, basically. That's what I said here. The higher you get in elo, the more common this gets. Lane wards, you want to have those. Here I talked about that bush that you want to have warded at all times if you're blue side. It's pretty important to have that warded. Otherwise, they can just constantly come down and just get like really good ganks on. Oracles. This is probably the biggest section that I'm going to go through for support. Enemies should always have as least vision of Baron as possible. That's key. You don't want them to have vision on Baron and you not have vision on Baron. That can lead to them getting a free Baron, or that could lead to face checks that are bad, or ending up fighting them on Baron after they get Baron or something like that. It could end up to a lot of bad things, so definitely wards on Baron and not having them ward with Baron. Never go ward or counter ward by alone. Always make sure jungler's with you or a team. Unless you get like, they're in base or something and it's safe. If there's even a chance of something happening, be careful. This is a huge thing that I wanted to talk about, and this is the 5/3 rule. I kind of made this up. Basically, if it's before 25 minutes and you have about 5/3 of the support's gold, about double. I don't know why I said 5/3 originally, but it just stuck with me. If you have more money than the support, basically, get into oracles rather than just a bunch of pink wards. You have the money availability and probably the lane control to grab an oracles and not lose money out of it, but have better vision and have the enemy team have less vision. If you grab an oracles, then a couple pink wards. That's a pretty good thing to keep in mind. When to get oracles and when not to. Oracles, you don't have to just get that. You want to get that even at like 18 minutes in. When you guys are doing dragon fights, it's always good to have an oracles. Vayne is always good to have an oracles against if you have a Vayne on the enemy team, or Twitch. So in general, oracles are really important. A lot of players don't get oracles till later, or they don't even get oracles in general. If one of the things that comes out of this is that vision is like the most important thing in League of Legends, and if you can keep more vision than them, than they have vision on you, you can get fights that are more successful. Items, yeah, absolutely. Items, you have Shurelya's, you have Mykiel's, you have Sightstone, Chalice, Locket, Zeke's, and the list goes on. These are just examples. These are probably the biggest support items that you'll see. Shurelya's, you want to grab Shurelya's against a poke team. If you want to disengage fights, so if you have a John on your team and they have let's say they have on their team like an Amumu, they have just a ton of CC, or they have a ton of engage, like they have a JX or something. Shurelya's is good to get out of that. Engaging a team fight, or to peel. You can use Shurelya's to peel for your AD carry, so if you have movement speed against, for instance, Shyvana, Tryndamere, Udyr, things like that. It can also be used for engaging. Like if you have like Sona on your team or something, if you're playing Sona, and you want Shurelya's to go get an ulti down or something. Myko's Crucible, this is something that's for some reason never built. Like the higher elo you get, the more this is going to be built. This is a pretty good item. A lot of people underestimate this. It gives you a lot of heal, gets you a lot of pretty much a free cleanse, and it's a really good support item to get, especially in competitive play. You might want to look into getting this. Be very useful against the enemy team. If they have like an Annie or a Mumu or something with a lot of CC, it's always good to pick up. Maybe not first, but in general get it.
Can you use it on anyone, or can you only use it on yourself? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can use it on anyone.
I never bought that item before.
Yeah, so it's like a cleanse that you can use on your AD carry. So it's really helpful. A lot of people underestimate it or don't even build it or don't even look at it, but it's pretty important item.
Okay.
Sightstone, or if it built out of Chalice and Philosopher's Stone, get the Philosopher's Stone first, get the Chalice after, and then there's an exception, but we'll talk about that after. For Sightstone, I'd pretty much get this like as my first item usually. You can get it. I'd usually get it before Philosopher's Stone, but you can get it after. If you're cruising, if you like get First Blood or something, get a Philosopher's Stone because you're ahead and you have wards and you gotta kill early, so it doesn't really matter much. But otherwise, get like Sightstone first. And if you get like a kill early, you get a Philosopher's Stone because that gives you some gold income, and the earlier on you get that is pretty good. But Sightstone, usually get that if the lane's even. Ruby, you want to get that pretty fast. Usually what I do is I go Sightstone, Philosopher's Stone, Ruby. Don't hold on to just normal Sightstone for too long. You want to get that eventually, Ruby or Sightstone. Chalice, I like to go Chalice pretty early against Zyra, Lux, Nidalee, or just basically any high AP damage comm spot lane. So let's say they have an Ezreal Corki, those two do a lot of AP damage early. Or Zyra, Lux, Nidalee for sports. Those are good to have a Chalice against. Then you can build that into Mykiel's Crucible. And the reason I said exception earlier was usually you want to get the Chalice after you get the Philosopher's Stone. In this case, it might be good to have the Chalice before the Philosopher's Stone. So, Locket of Iron Solari. You want, if you're